Most people think Dostoevsky is just a boring name on a high school reading list. They couldn't be more wrong. Imagine being dragged out of your home, forced to stand in front of a firing squad, and being told you're about to die, only to have them change their minds at the very last second. That wasn't a movie. That was Dostoevsky's Tuesday. He didn't just write books. He lived through the kind of trauma that most of us can't even imagine. And because of that, he figured out things about the human brain that modern psychology is still trying to catch up to. Today, we're looking at why this guy is the original master of the psychological thriller. To understand the books, you have to look at the life. Dostoevsky was born in 1821 in a Russia that was essentially a pressure cooker of poverty and rigid control. He wasn't a scholar writing from an ivory tower. He was a guy who survived an actual execution. At 28 years old, he was arrested for political dissent. They marched him out to the grounds, read him his death sentence, and made him stand there while they prepared to shoot. And then, right at the final second, the order was changed. He was sent to a Siberian prison camp instead. 4 years of forced labor among the most violent people in Russia changed his entire perspective on life. When he returned, he wasn't interested in polite literature anymore. He wrote from a place of raw trauma. He'd seen exactly what humans are capable of when they're pushed to the absolute brink. Dostoevsky's genius is how he drags you into his characters' heads. Take Crime and Punishment. You've got Raskolnikov, a student who convinces himself that some people are just above the law. So, he kills a pawnbroker to prove it. But the book isn't about the crime. It's about the aftermath. It's a masterclass in psychological disintegration. He doesn't need a detective to hunt the guy down. The guy hunts himself down through his own guilt and paranoia. It's a brutal look at how the human mind refuses to let us get away with breaking our own moral code. Then there's The Brothers Karamazov. It's huge, it's messy, and it contains a scene called The Grand Inquisitor, which is essentially a debate about whether people actually want freedom or if they'd rather just be told what to do. It's the kind of writing that makes you put the book down and just stare at a wall for 20 minutes. So, what was he trying to get at? First, human beings are irrational. We don't act for logical reasons. We're driven by contradictions, obsessions, and spite. He gets that messiness right. Second, the morality trap. He kept testing the idea of a world without a higher authority. If there's no ultimate judge, are we free to do anything? He didn't offer a simple answer, but he showed how that freedom can be absolutely terrifying. Third, suffering as a teacher. For him, pain wasn't just something to be avoided. It was a catalyst. He believed that the people who never suffer are often the ones who never really wake up to their own humanity. And fourth, redemption is possible. Despite the darkness, he wasn't a nihilist. He believed that even after hitting rock bottom, change can happen. It's not easy and it's not quick, but it's real. I know these books are massive, they're intimidating, but they're not just classics meant to sit on a shelf. They're actually incredibly intense, suspenseful, and honestly, more honest than most modern thrillers. Dostoevsky doesn't treat you like you need things dumbed down. He trusts you to grapple with the same moral ambiguities his characters do. He's not going to tell you how to think. He's just going to show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Dostoevsky died in 1881, but he's still essentially talking to us today. His work is a challenge. It's a challenge to look at your own motivations, your own flaws, and your own place in the world. If you want to start, grab Crime and Punishment. It's a rough ride, but it's one of the few books that actually changes how you see other people. Thanks for hanging out. If you're interested in more deep dives, hit subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.